Welcome back to another edition of Husker Huddle presented by Sapp Brothers, where they say, welcome, be our guest. Today we're very, very excited to be joined by former Nebraska Cornhusker wide receiver, current Cincinnati Bengal wide receiver, Stanley Morgan. How are you, my friend?
Doing good, doing good. Nice to see you, man.
Absolutely, man. It's been too long. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for coming out to my golf tournament this past couple weekends ago. Tyson's Treasure Chest. You, Tommy, Seathan, and Ferguson came out, and it was great to have you there. We raised almost $18,000, and so I really just want to say thank you so much from myself and the rest of the board for coming out and supporting that cause.
Oh, it was awesome. I had a wonderful time.
Fantastic, man. Well, let's dive into a little bit here. We haven't got a great chance to catch up with you really since your whole rookie year here. Husker Nation has been watching you from afar do your thing, as they're so used to seeing you do on Saturdays here in Memorial. But how was rookie year for you? Kind of walk us through that a little bit.
Rookie year, it was great for me. Early on, it was pretty tough. Have that transition. You have to get in your mind that everything is a business now. So. I kind of got locked into my own self a little bit and just was locked in, very focused, and just going through it and just listening to the vets on my team and taking it in one day at a time. Just kind of like blocking out everything on the outside just to dial in and then focus on me and just get to the next step and get past that rookie year.
I mean, I think that everyone that goes into the NFL has some type of expectation of what to expect. I mean, what did that look like for you? Was it about what you expected? Was it harder? Was it easier? What were you kind of thinking going into your rookie year?
I was kind of thinking it was going to be it kind of was like I expected it to be, vets, just kind of tough love. But actually the vets on my team, AJ, Tyler Boyd, and having Seathan Carter there, and it was kind of easier for me to look at those guys and see how they do. They go about their days. So it wasn't too hard, but it was eye-opening for me, very eye-opening.
So you mentioned a couple of those vets. Did you run into any vets that hazed you or gave you a hard time, or you knew just like I got to stay away from these guys, man? They're gonna get me in trouble.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I kind of came in there, as a rookie, just knowing what a rookie's supposed to do. I'm an old soul guy. Grew up with my grandparents, so I went in there knowing, not to overstep my boundaries. Not to go in there and just, talk trash or nothing like that. Just kind of taking the process and enjoy the process. But I didn't have too much hazing now.
Oh, that's great. It means you got the waters. You didn't whine about getting the waters, all that stuff. I wish every rookie was like you because we ran into a few crazy ones as well. Well, you got to play with Andy Dalton last year, who's now moved on to greener pastures, and now you get Joe Burrows coming in, man. Have you got a chance to talk with him at all or throw with him at all, or did you guys get together at all kind of on a location somewhere other than the facility?
We are working on that this weekend, this week actually, because COVID kind of, messed a lot of things up with us. And we were supposed to get that going actually during the off season, but we couldn't because, COVID messed a lot of people up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you have a great young team there. I think you guys are poised to do some good things. You're in a tough division up there with the Steelers and all those guys, but I think that people are going to kind of underlook you guys this year. I think you guys got some really quality talent all around there. So we get through your rookie year here, Stan, and you go into what is now your first true off season. I think people sometimes this off season makes or breaks it for a lot of players. What did you do this off season to really reinvent yourself, keep perfecting your craft, and just continue to work to become a better player?
I actually worked harder. I mean, going into your first, coming off your rookie year, I mean, it's you see what your potential can be. You get out there, you get the jitters out, and then you go into the off season and you figure out ways. What can I do to, get to the next level in my game and get back to feeling comfortable with myself? How I used to feel. It's like every step. It's like going from high school to college, going from college to the NFL, and you find a new level you can reach. And I feel like it's as an athlete, it's levels that you can't reach. You can always reach a new level and get to that new level. So just pushing myself extra harder and just grinding through workouts that I couldn't grind through in college and high school, and getting better every day and pushing myself and pushing myself and pushing myself.
Where did you do your off-season training at?
I was in Nebraska. I was working at Slats Performance, and I did a little off-season workout with Coach Dub, of course, just grinding out there in Nebraska.
That's nice, man. It's always good to have a crew together. I know when I was training, it was like myself, Quali, Spencer Long. So it's good to have the Nebraska boys come back and just get back here where it's quiet, no one bothers you, and you can kind of do your own
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
So
Focus in.
yeah, absolutely. So Stan, let's talk a little bit here about what your expectations for yourself coming into year two is. I know a lot of guys kind of have some expectations, but you know now that with no OTAs, with very limited training camp, like reps are going to be at an absolute premium. What are you doing to prepare yourself for this limited camp so that when your first Sunday rolls around, you're on the ground running?
Just knowing every position, not just the Z position or the X position, knowing everything I have to do on special teams, on every receiver position, and just trying to make it to where I know every single thing that's happening on the field. So if so happy a man needs a backup or goes down, I'm there to fill in that spot, and with no question, no expectations, just get in there head first. Just knowing every little thing, every little detail that I didn't know last year as a rookie. Just out there playing rather than just know everything.
How was the transition from the Scott Frost fast tempo offense of run and gun? I mean, get it players called quick as you can to the NFL very advanced, very detailed playbook. Did you have any trouble with that, or was that something you were able to pick up fairly quickly?
Well, actually, we had a kind of a pro style offense before Frost came in there, so
True.
it kind of helped me a little bit. But in the NFL, you have to know every little detail. I mean, down to just every little detail, and that was just the transition right there, just to turning myself into a more of a business football player rather than just a football player out there playing off a God-given talent. Just turning myself into that guy who's studying the playbook, studying my opponents every week, and getting ready, even on special teams.
Yeah, man, you got to make best friends with the special teams if you want to make that team, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing things the right way, Stan, and we knew you would from what you've done here in the stadium here on Saturdays. So let's talk a little bit about what our boys are going to do this fall, so we hope, in Memorial Stadium. I know that with the departure of J.D. Spielman, that's a huge hole that you have to fill here at Nebraska. I think Adrian Martinez primed to have a big year. Now that you've been a full year removed, you still are very much in contact and know these guys still. I mean, you're still not that far removed. What are some things you're looking for specifically from the wide receiver room in this 2020 Huskers team?
Just guys to just step up and and be more vocal. It's a receiver room, and guys just get they want to just be great and be what would you say, lead by example. Just more of old school, getting after guys and each other, and that's one thing that I wish I would have did more when I was there. So I wish they just carry that on and just hold each other accountable. Just everybody just doing their job and trusting in the guy beside you, and that would take them a long way.
I mean, this offense is primed to have some pretty good success, but we all know it starts with Adrian Martinez. You got to be here with him as a young pup and really kind of guide him along. You were, in very many respects, his safety blanket. He's had his struggles last year. What do you expect out of him this year?
I expect him to come back strong. I mean, just he's got his feet wet. I expect him to come back and just be a leader that I knew he could be as a freshman, because when he came in, he was always a leader. He was always there. It takes some time sometimes just to figure it out, and just to get accustomed to that college lifestyle. So this year I'm expecting some big things from my guy, because he's always had that leader ability.
You got to go against some really good guys, Lamar Jackson, DiCaprio Boodle, those guys on the back end here for Nebraska as well. They have a pretty solid back end. Is there a dark horse back there that you're excited to watch on the black shirts this year?
I'm excited to watch Markel Dispute this year. I'm very excited to see him break out. DCap, he's always a solid guy. Just these black shirts. I mean, they're coming in with some guys this year, so I'm excited to watch those guys just fall out and just be those black shirts I know they can be.
I know you're probably watching these videos like I am from the War Daddy, posting them on Twitter here. Do you miss putting 500 pounds on your back every other day?
A little bit.
I know you're a big weight room guy there, Stan. How's that changed, I guess? Are you still a big heavy lifter, or have you kind of adapted your training a little bit?
No, I'm pretty much a big heavy lifter. Just like I said, pushing myself. So I'm still sticking with the squats, but I don't put 700, 600 on my back. Maybe I'll stop at 5 something.
That's awesome. Well, Stanley, we appreciate you joining us today on Husker Huddle, presented by Sapp Brothers. Sapp Brothers is our top priority is to keep guests and teammates safe. Sapp Brothers offering full service at the pump as our nation relies now more than ever on drivers and farmers to provide essentials to our communities. Sapp Brothers is committed to serving you. Stan, before we let you go, man, do you have anything that you want to say to Husker Nation here as they're about to embark on your 2020 season?
You already know. Go Big Red!
Hey, I love it, man. You're the band. You're the best. Appreciate you joining us here, and we'll be sure to keep an eye out for you on the field this year, and you're going to kill it, man. We're excited for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.